Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and these are my thoughts on the brand new Apple MacBook Pro 2016 versions. And the first thing that I want to talk about is the Apple Touch Bar. Now, Apple spent most of the keynote talking about this new Touch Bar, which you will find is replacing the function keys on your MacBook Pros. Now, it seems pretty cool to have a touch screen there that you can slide things back and forth and put different things up on the toolbar. That's pretty cool for certain types of editing, for playing music, answering songs, changing volumes. But I don't think you're going to touch too many things up there. Where it's at, it's not something that you're really going to reach over the keyboard all the time to really live in that area. If it was something that we used more often, it would probably find its way to the bottom of the keyboard or maybe even the middle, somewhere where you're going to work out. Of course, that doesn't work with the keys that you're typing, but, you know, they made a big deal out of this whole thing, and I think it's cool. I don't think it's the thing that would sell me on it, but it looked good, it functioned well, and it seems like there's a future for using it. And the fact that it has Touch ID, I like having Touch ID. If I want to buy something, I just put my thumb on it or put my finger on it. If I need to unlock the computer, I put my finger there. And no, it's not the first computer ever to do that, but it offers it. Let's talk about the size. Of course, you have the 13-inch and you have the 15-inch. The way that it looks is absolutely incredible. It's sleek, it's light. The 15-inch is 4 pounds, the 13-inch is 3 pounds. That's a half a pound less than the old one. This is a, I guess, 4.5-pound MacBook Pro right here. What else do we have to talk about? So the design is pretty cool, being the size that it is. But what absolutely is mind-boggling is that they did away with all legacy plugs. You do not have a USB plug. You do not have a Thunderbolt plug. You do not have Magsafe. But what you do have are 4 USB-C plugs or inputs. Now, you could do so much with USB-C. That is going to be the future. But right now, there's not a lot of things out there to plug into it without having to use an adapter. Apple is making you buy a whole bunch of adapters. Even if I want to plug my iPhone into it, I need to get an adapter or a different cable. Now, this is a pain in the ass at the very beginning for early adopters. Give it 5-6 months and you're going to see a ton of accessories coming out and you'll be like, oh, all right, everything takes USB-C now. It's not a big deal. So, yes, right now, it's a pain in the ass that they killed off everything that they killed off, but it seems like USB-C is a super powerful input that's going to be used on almost everything, except for everything that I already own right now. So in the future, docks. They're going to have different docks. You're going to see different ways of, you're going to see it working. But right now, it definitely is a pain in the ass. Let's see, the trackpad at the bottom. Massive trackpad, I don't know the point of a massive trackpad. I'm not a heavy power user on the laptop. I just do what I need to do. I don't know, can you use the Apple Pencil on it? Is that a thing? I personally think that to go along with the Touch ID, it would be kind of cool with such a large screen down here that you put like an iPad Pro type of thing in the touchpad area so that you could utilize that. Maybe it's too expensive, but that's an idea. And building off of that, they have the new keyboard with those butterfly button things. I didn't like the way it felt on the other computer that they did with the MacBook. I didn't like the way it felt. They say it feels better on this one, but I'm thinking that at some point, if Apple can do it, they will get rid of the keyboard entirely in place of a glass screen. Now, not the current models of glass screens. We're talking haptic feedback. We're talking about something that is you can feel the pressure moving, so it feels like you're actually typing on a keyboard, but then there's other things that you can do with that screen. You see it with the toolbar, how cool it looks when you have different colors and different icons and different functions. Imagine an area right there where the keyboard used to be, but you can do other things. That's future thinking that I think they will get to at some point. Now, do I personally need it, even though I have a 15-inch MacBook Pro that's maxed out? No. I don't personally need it. Would I like to have the smaller form factor, the lighter the lighter version? Yes. But who really needs it is Steven for editing video. We've been waiting for a MacBook Pro, a Mac Pro to come out. That hasn't happened since December 2013. So we were waiting to see what the MacBook Pro would look like, to see if we're going to buy it to become our editing machines for doing the videos that we do at FroKnowsPhoto. Right now, I think we're going to hold off for a bunch of months until there are more ways there's more peripherals, there's more USB-C things that are on the market, because you can't even plug a a thumb drive into it, a jump drive. You can't even do that unless you have an adapter or a dongle or whatever the hell they call it. I don't care. Like, if I have extra ones of those, so be it if I need to carry that around. But how the hell do I even plug in my Thunderbolt card readers? I kind of can't. I need an adapter for that too. So that's what the pain in the ass thing is. Companies are going to catch up to it. It's just going to take some time. The price for the version that I would be looking for would be $34.99. That's the upgraded memory, the upgraded video card, and that's the 1 terabyte of storage. And the max you can do is 16 megabytes of RAM. Sorry, 16 gigabytes of RAM. And what I read about that is that if they put in 32, it would use too much power, thus draining the battery life. Now, something stupid they say is it has enough power for all-day computing. Since when is 10 hours all-day computing? All-day computing would consist of, let's see, how many hours are in a day? Yeah, 24. That's all-day computing in my book, not 10 hours of bullshit. But hey, that's just me saying that. But what they did do, they released a 13-inch MacBook Pro without the touch, what the hell do they call it? Without the touch bar, and they made it $14.99, in essence killing off the 13-inch MacBook Air. Yes, it's $500 more, and I also think it kills off the MacBook for that matter too. It's $500 more, but it has a smaller form factor, and it's lighter than the MacBook Air. So at this point, the 13-inch MacBook Pro with the function keys just killed it off. So that's pretty interesting. So look, do we want to see more revolutionary things in different directions? Yeah. Would we like to see more Pro inputs? Yeah. But I think in time, like with all things that Apple does, we will be upset at the beginning, but in the long run, it will pay off because they're going to live, hopefully, with USB-C for a longer time than they did with Thunderbolt, so that we're not screwing ourselves getting other adapters and then being left in the dust wondering what else do I need to buy and when are they going to kill this off. I also expect that the iPhone 8 is going to take USB-C as well, and you're going to see a lot more things doing that. It's super fast. It's super versatile. I love the way the computer looks. I just don't think I'm going to buy it right now. What do you guys think? Are you going to pick one up? Are you going to wait? Are you going to switch over to Microsoft to go do a Windows machine? Let me know down in the comments, but also be sure to subscribe here on YouTube. Also hit that bell button to be notified when my videos go live because you want notifications so you don't miss the videos. And that's it. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.